Ayan. So, magandang araw sa ating lahat, students. Ayan. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na um, recorded discussion because, ayun nga, sabi ko kanina sa chat ko na ako ay pupunta dito sa school because mag-distribute kami ng modules. Ayan. So, nagkaroon ako ng time para i-record itong discussion natin ngayon. Ayan. So, ayun. So, as you can see in your screens, and so the title of our topic is General Concepts and Historical Events in Science, Technology, and Society. So, intellectual revolutions that define society. So, let's move on. Yeah, so scientific, scientific revolution. Ayan. So, in scientific revolution, so science is as old as the world itself. Sabi dito, yung siyensya or agham ay kasing tanda ng ating mundo. Okay? So, ang gusto niyang sabihin siguro dito, nang nagsimula ang ating mundo o nung nabuo ang ating Earth, nag-umpisa na rin po yung tinatawag natin na science. Ayan, and then there is no individual that can exactly identify when and where science began. So wala pong tao ang makakapagsabi kung kailan po nagsimula ang science. Ayan, so walang exact date, walang exact place, walang exact time. Yan, so walang makakapagsabi na tao kung kailan nabuo itong tinatawag natin na science. So it was the golden age for people committed to scholarly life in science, but it was also a deeply trying moment to some scientific individuals that led to their painful death or condemnation from the religious institution who tried to preserve their faith, religion, and theological views. Okay, so kapag sinabing science and religion, talagang nagko-conflict yan hanggang ngayon. Okay, so ang pinaka the best example diyan na talagang nagkokontrahan is yung theory of Charles Darwin, the evolution of man, sabi niya. So, the theory of evolution of man. So, sabi sa theory niya, sa kanyang pag-aaral, ang tao ay nanggaling sa unggoy or sa ape. And then, yung sa religion naman, sa church, sinasabi nila na ang tao ay galing sa salita ng Diyos. Yan. So, doon pa lang, contradiction na. Yan. Kaya sabi dito, yung religious institutions, tinatry nila kasi na preserve yung paniniwala and then yung theological views kanilang religion. Yan. So, umaabot pa sa punto na talagang papatayin nila yung mga scientists noon na kasi ang ano nila dito is parang demonyo. Okay, demonyo. Kasi parang hindi sila naniniwala sa Panginoon itong mga scientists na ito noon. Ayan. So, kasi ang mga scientists is ang paniniwala nila ay to see is to believe. Ayan. So, hindi sila maniniwala sa iyo hangga't hindi nila nakikita kung anong pinaniniwalaan mo sa atin sa church 'di ba kahit hindi natin nakikita yung ating pinaniniwalaan naniniwala pa rin tayo. Yan. So talagang clash itong dalawang ito, science and religion. And then it was the period of enlightenment when the development in its fields of mathematics, physics, astronomy, biology, and chemistry transformed the views of society about nature. So dito sa scientific revolution, ito rin po yung period of enlightenment na tinatawag. Yan. So nagde-develop sila dito. So dito yung nadidiscover nila napapatunayan nila. So nai-enlighten yung ibang tao, no? So dahil sa kanilang study, yung tanong na question mark noon, nasagot nila. Ayan, so nai-enlighten yung, mga tao. For example, sa sakit na ito, saan ba nag-umpisa itong sakit na ito? Itong mga scientist na ito, magse-search sila, magre-research, and then madi-discover nila kung saan nagmula itong sakit na ito, and then mai-enlighten yung mga tao. Yan. So, ganun yung ano, kaya nga sinasabi na period of enlightenment. Okay? Kung saan ba nagsimula? Maraming katanungan kasi noon. So, saan nagsimula ito? Okay? Ano, saan gaaling ito? Ganun ang mga tanong noon. Okay? So, itong mga scientists na ito, sila yung nag-aaral para i-discover, dinidiscover nila yung pinagmulan ng katanungan na yon. Okay? So, next, it explained the emergence of birth of modern science as a result of this development from the disciplines mentioned. Ayan. So from the genesis of time, kapag sinabing Genesis, iyan yung beginning. Okay? It is the beginning. So science has existed. Ayan. So sabi ko nga kanina, nung nagsimula ang mundo, nabuo ang mundo, nag-exist na rin yung tinatawag natin na science. So it is always interwoven with the society. So how can science be defined? So paano natin mabibigyan ng definition itong tinatawag na science? So number one is science as an idea. So isa siyang ideya. Nagsimula sa ideya. So it includes ideas, theories, and all available systematic explanations and observations about the natural and physical world. And then number two, science as an intellectual activity. Okay, so it encompasses dito sa ano na to, a systematic and practical study of the natural and physical world. So this process of study involves systematic observation and experimentation. Kapag may narinig kayong experiment, that is a science yan. Yan. And then science as a body of knowledge. Yan. So it is a subject or discipline, so a field of study or a body of knowledge that deals with the process of learning. Yan. So ano siya, parang subject siya sa pagtuturo. Ayan. So kaya siya tinatawag na body of knowledge. Yan. So excuse me po. So science as a personal and social activity. So this explains the science is both knowledge and activity. So done by human beings to develop better understanding of the world around them. So it is a means to improve life and to survive in life. So some intellectual and the revolutionary, ayan, so sa mga scientist, nagsisimula talaga sa curiosity. Lahat-lahat para mag-discover sila ng new knowledge. Ayan. So, curiosity, then creativity, and then critical thinking. Ayan. So, sa mga scientists, yan yung kanilang tag dito, 3C, curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking. Okay? And then passion to know, passion to discover. Walang kapagurang pagdidiskubre ng mga bagay-bagay. Ganyan po ang mga scientist. Hindi sila i-stop na mag-discover ng new knowledge. Yan, new discoveries. Yan, so science discoveries and technology. Ayan, so scientists, na pag-usapan na natin yung mga scientists. Yan, so sila po yung tao. Sila po yung mga tao na subsob sa pag-aaral, subsob sa siyensya. Yan, so hindi sila napapagod na mag-discover. Yan, so they are not driven by clamor for honor and publicity. So dito, low-key. Low-key lang itong mga scientists na ito. Yan, so ang importante kasi sa mga scientists yung kaalaman. Yan, hindi yung pagpapabida. Yan, hindi nila sinasabing scientist sila. Okay? So, ang gagawin na lang nila is magdi-discover na lang ng new knowledge. Okay? And then, yun, na hanggang ngayon, ginagamit natin. Ganyan po ang mga scientists, hindi sila, hindi sila nag-iisip ng pang short term. Okay, yung puro pang long term. Okay, future po ang iniisip ng mga ito. Hindi yung hindi yung present. Yan, para magamit pa natin yung kanilang nadiskubre para sa future. Yan. So, and then they are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Yan. So, sabi ko kanina, low-key lang sila, hindi sila halatadong scientist, pero yung mga utak nila kagagaling. Yan. So, ordinaryong tao sila, pero yung pinagkagagawa nila napaka-extraordinary. Yan na. So, parang sobrang talino. Ayan, advanced mag-isip. Ayan, some scientists were never appreciated during their times. Some were sentenced to death. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina nung introduction pa lang natin. Yan, yung mga scientists noon talagang pinipersecute to death because of their new discoveries, pero hindi matanggap ng simbahan. Yan. Katulad nga nito, yung kay Charles Darwin, di ba? Talagang tinutuloy ito hanggang ngayon ng simbahan. Di ba? Kasi sabi nila, galing sa salita ng Diyos. Itong si Charles Darwin, sinasabi, galing sa tao. Galing sa tao, galing sa unggoy. Okay? So, yan. Some were sentenced to death while others were condemned by the church during their time. So, in spite of all the predicaments and challenges they never stop experimenting, theorizing, discovering new knowledge and ideas. Maski sila ay patayin na, sila ay condemn ng church, itong mga scientists, they never stop discovering new knowledge. Ayan. Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, ang iniisip ng mga scientists is the future. Ayan. So, para mas mapabuti pa yung susunod na henerasyon. So, ito yung mga scientist na sikat noon. So, yung iba is di ko na nilagay. Pero ito yung mga sikat noon. So, Nicolaus Copernicus. Ayan. So, si Nicolaus Copernicus ay isang Polish na mathematician at astronomer. Okay, pag sinabing Polish, taga-Poland ito. Taga-Poland siya. So, isa siyang magaling sa matematika at sa larangan ng astronomiya. Yan. So, he introduced a new concept known as heliocentrism. Ano ba tong heliocentrism? Or heliocentric model. Pag sinabing heliocentric model, the sun is the center of solar system. Yan. So, yan yung pinakilala niya noon. Okay? So, pero, siya ay question because ang paniniwala na noon ay yung geocentric model. Okay, ano naman yung geocentric model? Pag sinabi natin geocentric model, the Earth, okay, the Earth is the center of the solar system. So titignan nyo, nagkla-clash yung ideas. Ayan. So, and then nag-aral sila, ayan, napatunayan po na tama si Nicolaus Copernicus na yes, the sun is the center of the solar system. Ayan. So yung may akda naman po or may theory or nag-aral sa dito tinatawag na geocentric model is si Claudius Ptolemy. Isa siyang philosopher and astronomer din. Ayan. Kapag sinabing astronomer kasi sila po yung nag-aaral. Okay, magaling sila sa astronomy, yung sa celestial bodies. Ayan, sila po yung nag-aaral kung dito kailan maglo-lunar eclipse, yung mag-i-eclipse yung sa buwan, and then astronomy kung kailan may darating na bagyo. Yan. So sila po yung nag-aaral doon. Magagaling sila doon. So this revolution is known as the Copernican revolution. So napalitan po yung geocentric model into heliocentric model na hanggang ngayon na inaaral natin na ang sun ay ang sentro ng solar system. So next, Charles Darwin. Ito na yung pinaka-controversial. Okay, so na example ko na siya kanina, yung siya po yung may akda nung the theory of evolution. Yan, so or the origin of species. Ayan, so base kay Charles Darwin yung tao ay galing sa hayop or to be specifically yung unggoy. Yan, kasi mas malapit daw. So nag-evolve yung unggoy, naging tao. Yun ang paniniwala ni Charles Darwin. And then Sigmund Freud. So si Sigmund Freud ay isa siyang famous figure in the field of psychology. Yan. So psychology is the study about the behavior of man and it is more of art rather than science. So Freud was able to change people's perception to psychology with this revolutionary theory of psychoanalysis. So, i-analyze ni Sigmund yung iyong tag dito, yung behavior mo, okay, bilang isang tao. So, kung meron kang behavior na hindi akma sa pagiging isang human, maaring may problema sa'yo. Yun po yung tinatawag natin na psychoanalysis. O, ayan, kung dati bagbagtit mo, kung may bagbagtit ka, baliw ka, ayan, yun po yung ginagamit natin, psychoanalysis. Ayan, so he also argued that personality is a product of three conflicting elements. So, id, ego, and super ego. Ayan. So next, cradles of a early science. Pag sinabing cradles, dito po nabuo yung science. Okay, development science and Mesoamerica. Ayan. So sa Mesoamerica, it includes the entire area of Central America from southern Mexico up to the border of South America. So there is no doubt that the Mesoamerican region is rich in culture and knowledge prior to the arrival of its European colonizers. Yan. So, the first civilization sa Mesoamerica na cradle of the science is the Maya civilization. Okay, so ang tag dito, tag dito, naimbento or naimbento ng mga taga-Maya is yung their works in astronomy. Yan. So, these people are known for their works in astronomy. So they incorporated their advanced understanding of astronomy into their temples and other religious structures. So pag sinabi ko kanina na astronomy, ayan, yung eclipse, mga celestial bodies, kung kailan may darating na bagyo, ayan, mga ganun. So this allows them to use their temples for astronomical observation. So Mayan knowledge Mayan knowledge and understanding about celestial bodies was advanced for their time. And so as evidenced by their knowledge of predicting eclipse and using astrological cycles in planting and harvesting. Yan. So the Mayans are also known for measuring time using two complicated calendar systems. Yan. So may kalendaryo din po sila. Ayan. So, and then the Mayans also developed the technology for growing different crops. Ayan. And then building elaborate cities using ordinary machineries and tools. And then they built also hydraulic systems. Ayan, with sophisticated waterways supply water to different communities. So, kapag sinabing hydraulic systems, mga tag dito, dam, mga ganon, irrigation, ayan. And then they use various tools and adapt themselves to innovations, especially in the field of arts. And then, yan, yung mga Mayans, na-invento rin nila yung tag dito, paggawa ng damit. So, and then, yeah, they are also famous as one of the world's first civilizations to use a writing system known as the Mayan hieroglyphics. Yan. Excuse me po. Yan. So, they were also skilled in mathematics and created a number system based on the numeral 20. Sana all magaling sa math. Di ba? Yan. So, magagaling po ang Mayans math. And then, next civilization in Mesoamerica is the Inca civilization. It's also famous in Mesoamerica. So the Incas made advanced scientific ideas considering their limitations as an old civilization. So the following scientific ideas and tools that they developed to help them in everyday life is, ayan, roads paved with stone. Ayan, more on engineering side, itong mga taga-Inca. Ayan, so parang structure, sa mga structure sila. Yan, so tignan niyo, stone buildings, yan, irrigation system. So more on engineering sila. Itong mga Inca civilization. Ayan. The first suspension bridge, di ba? So ngayon, mahirap nang gumawa ng bridge, di ba? And then napaka-advance pa ng technology natin. How much more noong panahon nila, di ba? Na hindi pa tag dito, hindi pa talagang naanuhan ng technology yung kanilang mga gamit, di ba? Pero ang gagaling. So, the Aztec civilization, so it has also made substantial contributions, excuse me, to science and technology and to the society as a whole. So, some of their contributions are the following. Yan, mandatory education. So, ang pag-aaral ay napaka-importante sa mga taga-Aztec. Yan. Na-invento rin nila yung tsokolate na paborito nyo. O, malapit na ang February 14. Yan. So, mauuso na naman ang mga tsokolate. Ibibigay nyo na naman sa mga nililigawan, sa mga bebe nyo, mga ganyan. Yan. So, and then, antispasmodic medication. Ayan. So, may kinalaman sa panggagamot. Yan. And then, chinampa. So, it is a form of Aztec technology for agricultural farming. So, may kinalaman sa pagtatanim. And then, Aztec calendar, meron din silang sariling kalendaryo. So, next, development of science in Asia. So, punta naman tayo sa Asia. So, Asia, pag sinabing Asia, ito yung pinakamalaking kontinente sa buong mundo. Yan. So, ito rin yung home of many ancient civilizations. Ayan. Kapag sinabing ancient, talagang yung ano ito, noon-noon pa. Ayan. So, it is a host to many cultural, economic, scientific, and political activities of all ages. So, in the field of science, technology, mathematics, great civilizations have stood out. So, India, China, and the Middle East civilization. So, yun yung mga talagang ancient civilization dito sa Asia, yung India, China, and then sa Middle East. So, these civilizations were incomparable in terms of their contributions to the development of knowledge during their time. So, punta tayo sa India. Yan, megas-megas na yan, insan. De, joke lang. So, it is a huge peninsula surrounded by vast bodies of water and fortified by huge mountains in its northern border. So, they are known for manufacturing and in metallurgical works. So, kilala ang India sa pagmamanufacture ng bakal. Yan. So, their iron steel is considered to be the best and held with high regard in the whole of Roman Empire. Parang inaangkat pa ng mga taga-Roma yung kanilang bakal sa India noon. So, India is also famous in medicine. Yan, yung mga traditional na panggagamot. Yan. And then next, so they discovered also some medicinal properties of plants. Ayan. So, yung mga herbal. Sila po yung nagpasimula din. Sila yung nag-develop. Kumbaga. And then, some ancient texts like Susrata Samhita. So, describes different surgical and other medical procedures famous in ancient India. So, isa siyang ancient text na naglalaman ng mga procedure sa panggagamot. Yan. So, they developed theories on the configuration of the universe, the spherical self-supporting Earth, and the year of 360 days with 12 equal parts of 30 days. And then ancient India is also known for their mathematics. Ayan, magagaling sa math ang mga taga-India. So sana all, di ba? So magagaling na engineers makikita natin sa India. China, so one of the oldest civilization in the whole world. Yan. So kung ano-anong naimbento ng China. Yan. Maraming naimbento sa China. So the Chinese are known for their traditional medicines. Ayan, so maski sa medicine, sa structure, maski sa engineering, maski sa computer, 'di ba ang gagaling sa China. So pagbuo ng dito, paggawa ng papel, 'yan sa China nagsimula 'yan. Paggawa ng ink, 'yan sa China po 'yan dito nag-umpisa. 'Yan. So next, Middle East countries. So dito naman sa Middle East, 'yan. So karamihan dito po ay ang nakatira ay mga kapatid nating Muslim. So dito sa Middle East naman dito ang talagang nag-boom is yung chemistry. 'Yan. So parang in the chemistry side sila. 'Yan. So the Middle East countries are dominantly occupied Muslims. Muslim chemists and alchemists are also played and an important role in the foundation of modern chemistry. Ayan. So in particular, some scholars consider Jabir Ibn Hayyan to be the father of chemistry. So in the field of medicine, Ibn Sina pioneered the science of experimental medicine and was the first physician to conduct clinical trials. Okay, so magagaling sa chemistry sa Middle East. Yan. So punta naman tayo sa Africa. Development of science in Africa. So Africa is blessed with natural and mineral resources. So yan, dito sa Africa, the ancient Egypt civilization. So ito yung yung may mga pyramid. Yan. So dito sa Egypt naman, ayan, magaling din sila sa astronomy, mathematics and medicine. So and then sa geometry, yan. So magaling sila diyan. So geometry were developed and used to build rectilinear structures, the pose of lintel architecture of Egypt. So these early science activities in Egypt were developed to improve the quality of life of Egyptians, especially in building their early homes and cities. So the great structures of the Egyptian pyramids and the early dams built to divert water from the Nile River are some proofs of their advanced civilization. So dito sa Egypt, maski mga scientists, hindi nila alam kung paano nabuo yung ang lalaking pyramid. Ayan. So ang lalaking tipak ng bato na ilalagay nila sa pagkataas-taas. Okay? So wala pang mga kwan noon, wala pang mga backhoe, wala pang mga crane. Just a bare hands of the people of Egypt. So parang ang laking palaisipan kung paano nila naipunta sa taas mabibigat at malalaking bato. Okay? So pulidong-pulido po yung pyramid. Talagang perfect code. Okay, yung ibang pyramid doon dahil sa kagalingan pa ng mga Egyptian nakatapat pa yung tip o yung dulo, yung paganon, yung parang tip ng pyramid nakatapat sa mga celestial bodies. Ang gagaling. Kaya nga tinatawag noon na ang mga Egyptian na great minds. Yan. So, basta ang gagaling nila. Yan. May mga theories din na ang mga Egyptians ay mga giants, 'di ba? Malalaking tao, may katulong silang mga malalaking tao na yun daw yung nagbubuhat ng mga bato na malalaki. Yan. So, we don't know. Maraming theories about pyramids. Manood na lang kayo, no? Sa YouTube, madami. Magbasa din kayo, marami sa Google. Yan. Or panoorin nyo yung Ancient Egypt sa Discovery Channel. So, and then Egypt was known to be a center of alchemy, which is known as the medieval forerunner of chemistry. And then they tried to study human anatomy and pharmacology and applied important components such as examination, diagnosis, treatment, and prognosis of the treatment of disease. Pag sinabing human anatomy, inaaral po nila yung katawan ng tao. Kaya nga po may tinatawag na mga mummy diyaan sa Egypt kasi napag-aralan nila kung paano na-perfect nila kung paano preserve ng katawan ng tao. They mummified. Nagma-mummified sila. Tawag nila doon, mummy. So astronomy was also famous in African regions. For instance, documents show that Africans use three types of calendars. Yeah, lunar, solar, and stellar, or a combination of the three. Yeah. So metallurgy was also known in the African regions during the ancient times. Yeah. So yan, ayun. So ancient Egyptians are good in the four fundamental mathematical operations and the mathematical skill. O yung four fundamental, ano ba yon? Yung plus, minus, divide, and times. Yun yung four fundamental mathematical operations. So they have knowledge of the basic concepts of algebra and geometry. So the Islamic regions in Africa during the medieval period was also benefiting from mathematical learning, which is considered advanced during those times, such as algebra, geometry, and trigonometry. Ayan. So bakit ang topic natin science pero ang daming math? Ano yan talaga, talagang magkasama yan, science and mathematics. Yeah. So I think this is the last slide ng ating topic. Yes. Yun nga. Yun na yung last slide. Yan. So kung meron kayong hindi naintindihan, may mga gusto kayong iklaro, so mag-chat lang kayo sa GC. Yan. And then balikan natin. Tatakal ulit natin next, Google Meet. Yan. So hindi ako nakapag-Google Meet sa inyo ngayon because yun nga, distribution ng modules. Ayan. So next week, Google Meet ulit tayo. Ayan. Kung wala na pong tanong, yan, hindi ko na patatagalin. Thank you for listening and then have a good day everyone. Yan. Thank you po.